G'day viewers. Well, I've been visited by the three spirits of Christmas, namely Scotch, vodka and gin. So I'm in the mood to reflect a bit on the year. And as we get to the end of the year, you get a lot of stuff posted in media about, a retrospective on the year. What were the big things of the year? But I have to admit, I think I found the winner, an article. There won't be many better retrospectives then, and it's titled, "What Did We Stick in Our Rectums in 2015?" It's broadly an analysis of emergency room reports about people coming in with things lodged in their things, which tells you everything you need to know about the human condition, I think. And I love that it's broken down by orifice, starting with the ear. Now, I know they actually sell products that is designed to stick in your ear, the earbuds to clean, but generally it's a bad idea to stick things in your ear. Whether it's a magic trick gone wrong or just saying one of your friends at school shoved a bit of crayon in your ear. You know, it's a recipe for, if not disaster, things going wrong is what I'm saying. I have to admit, my favourite from the list, and there's a few to choose from, is the person who had a bug fly into the ear and ended up lancing their eardrum with a pin trying to get the bug. Look, I know we all joke about if there's a spider in a house, we're going to burn the house down, but you can't take internet jokes and memes and make them real, okay, because there are real repercussions to trying to stab a bug to death in your ear. Then there's the nostril. Even in my own world, when young Miss Angry was very young, like preschool in daycare, I got a call one day she'd been taken to the emergency room because she jammed a bit of crayon up her nose. She was really smart, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a proud dad, although I am, but like before she started school, she could read. She used to read from books, read stories to other kids. She was that advanced, but she still thought sticking crayon up her nose was a thing. And when asked why did she do that, her very advanced for her years perspicacious answer was, eh. So yeah, I know it appears to be just a thing. And you look at this report, it's like tinfoil, wet cardboard, candle wax, and there was someone trying to do a magic trick and got a coin stuck up their nose. I'm seeing a pattern. There's this thing, magic tricks, things in orifices, it ends badly, okay? Don't do it. Then there's a listing for things stuck in people's throat. In other words, things people just swallowed, tried to eat. There's all manner of weird things as like thought processes. What was going on? Like a person who was eating beef jerky and decided the silica, you know the little packets that actually specifically say don't eat this? There's apparently a patient who went, this looks like seasoning, I'm going to sprinkle it on the jerky and eat it. Ends badly. You would be surprised to know. I didn't see reports of magic tricks going wrong down the throat, although I'm sure there's the occasional sword swallower, but there was this weird recurrence of coins. One person's sort of oblivious response was, I was just running around the house when I swallowed a quarter. And you know, I guess I can see that happening. But the one I really don't get is the person who said they swallowed a quarter while brushing their teeth. I don't see those two going together. My personal favourite was the person who was eating bacon-wrapped hot dogs and the bacon was held in place with toothpicks and they swallowed the whole thing and ended up choking on the toothpick. I get that the bacon-wrapped stuff is appealing and you're just going to wolf it down, but you need to pause and assess your life choices when you swallow the toothpick as well. Then we get to the business end of town and you see the list of things people had stuck in their penis, by which we would mean the urethra. Some of these require focus. Like there's one that says half a pencil stuck in the penis. That reminds me of the old joke, what's worse than finding a worm in your apple? Half a worm? Is what's worse than finding a pencil in your penis? Half a pencil? Now actually I think half a pencil is better than a whole pencil. But it doesn't hold a candle to the person who had a candle up their urethra. But also the person who had a marble stuck in their penis. Look, kudos is all I'm saying. It's a terrible, awful, mind-boggling, terrible thing, but the persistence required to get a marble lodged in your penis is pretty damn impressive. The list of things stuck in vaginas is honestly not that impressive, because babies come out of vaginas. So you can fit fairly big things in vaginas. So when they say there was a cell phone stuck in there, not that impressed. Husband's penis ring, that's kind of understandable when it comes down to it. A golf ball that got lodged because the person thought it would be good for pelvic floor exercises. Honestly, that's just creative thinking as far as I'm concerned. But there's something about a list of things stuck in rectums that's the topper. Possibly because that crosses all genders, having things lodged in your rectum, and just the creativity of people amuses me. I'm actually going to consult the list for this one, because there's some stuff that honestly is not that surprising, like a salt shaker, a small toy, a large toy. I like there's nothing to quantify how small and how large. There's additional detail in some of them, like thought someone was after him, so he put plastic pill bottles up his rectum. I think I know the type of things that were in the pill bottle if you're paranoid enough to think shoving them up your ass is a viable thing to do. But then when you read stuff like a 7-year-old male watching a video involving alien rectal probing people decides to try it and put a plastic toy screw in his rectum. That raises a number of questions about home life, and one hopes the medical staff alerted the appropriate authorities there. But yeah, when someone said because they were constipated, they stuck a dildo up their ass, that just shows creative thinking. I mean, this stuff is worldwide. An ex of mine was a nurse, and she did her nurse training at a country campus of a university and did her first hospital work in a country hospital, her hometown, in fact, and which was not a big town, so they kind of knew everyone who came through. And a guy came in one night that they knew who had a carrot lodged up his ass, and half of it was sticking out, and I would have thought that would have made it easier to get out, but he couldn't get it out, and they tried and couldn't get it out, but they may have been impaired because they couldn't stop laughing hysterically at this dude they knew with the carrot lodged up his ass, and he eventually got affronted. And to be fair, he had a certain expectation of professionalism which possibly wasn't being met, and he said, forget this, I'm going to another hospital. But another hospital was in another town an hour and a half away, and he was by himself, so somehow he drove by himself to another town with a carrot up his ass that was still sticking out a bit. So honestly, that was a bit of admirable determination on his part as far as I'm concerned. And really looking at, rectum world, it's just weirdness. And we get down to my two favourites. One was at a fisting party, and okay, as soon as the sentence starts, was at a fisting party, anything can happen from there. And he said he has a spiky rubber ball that lights up stuck in his rectum. At least they're going to find it easy to see, aren't they? If it's actually lighting up and guiding them up there, that's got to be helpful, I think. But I think my favourite was the person who described the situation as they were entertaining guests by inserting the wooden leg of a chair into his rectum. My question is, first, what guests are entertained by this? And second, why am I not being invited to these parties?